Welcome to the Coins Information HD. In the world of numismatics, every coin tells a story. Some tell tales of rarity, others of everyday history. And sometimes, the most unassuming coins are the ones that open a doorway into the soul of a nation. Today, we journey into the fascinating history, design, and evolving value of the 1967 France 20 centimes coin, an iconic piece of mid-20th century French currency, often noted for its lack of mint mark. We'll explore its background, circulation, collector desirability, and how much it might be worth today in the year 2025. In 1967, France was undergoing significant political and cultural evolution. The French economy had largely recovered from the devastations of World War II, and the franc, its national currency, was well established under the Fifth Republic. The 20 centimes coin was part of a broader series introduced after the currency reforms of the 1960s, designed to modernize the appearance and function of French coinage. The 1967 edition of the 20 centimes coin was struck in aluminum bronze alloy, a cost-effective and durable metal ideal for circulation. It had a diameter of 23.5 millimeters, a weight of approximately 4 grams, and a plain edge, attributes that were standardized during this period to maintain consistency across France's minor denominations. While 1967 was not a commemorative year, the coins produced during this era carried significant cultural symbolism. The face of the coin, the obverse, features Marianne, the national personification of the French Republic, wearing the traditional Phrygian cap. She is a representation of liberty, reason, and the enduring republican values of France. The design of the 1967 20 centimes coin is a tribute to the ideals of the French Republic. The obverse side features the serene yet strong profile of Marianne facing right, a figure often used in French coinage to symbolize the Republic, democracy, and resistance to oppression. Around her, the national motto, Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité, is prominently engraved, reminding every user of the values upon which modern France was built. On the reverse side, the denomination 20 centimes is inscribed prominently at the center, framed by a wheat ear and olive branch, symbols of agriculture and peace. Below it is the year, 1967, struck in bold, with no mint mark present, which is typical for this coin and not an error. The absence of a mint mark in this particular issue reflects its standard mass circulation purpose, rather than it being a rare variant or pattern coin. The 1967 20 centimes coin was minted in extremely large numbers. With tens of millions struck for general circulation, it was never intended as a rare or limited issue coin. These coins were widely distributed across the country and were part of everyday life for French citizens throughout the late 1960s and into the early 1970s. Given its ubiquity, most of these coins spent years in circulation. As a result, the majority of surviving examples today show signs of wear, rubbing on Marianne's profile, dulling of the fine detail, and occasional edge marks from handling and storage. Despite its mass production, however, some collectors specifically seek high-grade examples of this coin, especially those that have remained well-preserved or appear uncirculated. It is important to clarify the concept of rarity when discussing this coin. The 1967 France 20 centimes coin is not rare in terms of mintage or availability. However, true rarity in the collector market often lies in condition. Coins that remain in superb condition, those that never entered general circulation or were preserved in mint sets, are considerably harder to find. Additionally, coins that exhibit strong strikes, full details in Marianne's hair and the olive branches, and clean, unblemished fields, are of far greater interest to serious collectors. While the lack of a mint mark might intrigue newcomers, it is in fact the standard for this issue and does not denote an error or variant. That said, minor die variations, misalignments, or subtle planchet defects can occasionally add a small premium if authenticated and properly identified. As of 2025, the market value of the 1967 20 centimes coin remains modest for circulated examples. In average condition, these coins typically fetch between 10 cents and $1, depending on wear and demand. Because of their high mintage and widespread survival, they are often sold in bulk by dealers or offered as part of starter sets for new collectors. However, in higher grades, especially those categorized as extremely fine or about uncirculated, the value begins to increase. A coin in such condition might command anywhere from $5 to $15, depending on visual appeal, luster, and strike quality. Uncirculated examples that exhibit no signs of wear and retain full mint brilliance are scarcer and can be priced between $20 and $50, particularly if sold with a reputable third-party grading certification. It should be noted that coins graded by organizations such as NGC or PCGS, especially those receiving a mint state grade of 64 or above, will typically attract more serious buyers and can command a price premium, sometimes reaching or exceeding $60, though such examples are rare. In terms of long-term investment potential, the 1967 20 centimes coin is unlikely to experience dramatic appreciation due to its common status. However, coins in pristine condition, particularly those certified at high mint state grades, may gradually increase in value over time, especially as collectors of 20th-century European coinage continue to grow in number. The coin's appeal is largely historical and aesthetic, rather than financial. For collectors who value artistic design, national symbolism, and mid-century European monetary history, the 1967 issue remains a desirable piece. It is also a great entry point for new collectors interested in the coins of France. If you're a collector considering acquiring this coin, look for sharp details, minimal wear, and full legends. Inspect the surfaces for scratches, stains, or corrosion, and consider professional grading if you believe the coin may be in exceptional condition. Store your coins in acid-free holders or capsules to prevent tarnishing and damage. For sellers, it's important to price your coin based on condition, not just age. Coins from 1967 are not automatically valuable due to their vintage status. Take clear, high-resolution photographs, describe the coin's condition honestly, and list it on platforms that attract numismatists and collectors, rather than casual buyers. Above all, be realistic. This is not a retirement funding coin, but it is a beautiful piece of history that deserves appreciation for what it is, a reflection of French values and design during a transformative era. The 1967 France 20 centimes coin is a humble yet captivating piece of European numismatic history. While it may not be rare in the traditional sense, its elegant design, symbolic meaning, and enduring presence in the coin-collecting world give it a charm all its own. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a curious newcomer, this coin offers a tangible connection to the culture, economy, and artistry of post-war France. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and comment below with any questions or stories about coins in your collection. Until next time, happy collecting.